do you know what? At the end of the day, yes, it will be an unexpected change at the beginning of this week, but it's not going to be bad. It's not going to be negative. In fact, it's going to be very, very interesting indeed, and it is going to create such a wonderful turning point in your life. So how is this unexpected change going to happen? And why am I saying it's going to be like kind of unusual, you know? Basically, it's a lot to do with you, first of all, having conversation with someone. Okay, so you're gonna have a conversation with someone right at the beginning of this week. You're gonna start talking about, I don't know, the weather or something, and then the conversation is gonna turn out to be completely different. Then the conversation is gonna become a very, very serious indeed. And the problem here is that now this in itself, without you even realizing, is bringing an unexpected change into your lives. But I need you to open your eyes towards what is about to happen. So the normal conversation is going to turn out like a normal conversation about the weather or something, you know. It's going to turn out to be really, really serious. And that in itself, it's like you are going to be very passionate about something in particular, about something specific, and that other person is going to be extremely passionate about something particular, something very specific. But your both opinions couldn't be further apart. So you are going to feel passionate about what you're going to be talking about, but they're going to feel passionate about what they're going to be talking about. But your opinions are going to be like a night and day, like completely different. And what you are gonna be thinking about, my gorgeous Libra, you are going to be absolutely right. 1,000,000% you are going to be right. But that other person is going to be in wrong. And you will know this because you are gonna be talking about something that not only you have a great, amazing knowledge about, but it's something that you're extremely passionate about as well, and something that you have been aware of for a very, very long time. This other person is going to be just as passionate as you are, but in a completely opposite direction. So the bottom line is, my gorgeous Libra, that there is going to be some kind of a differences of opinion that you are going to become aware of, that you are going to have, which is going to bring just a little bit of conflict into your life in between you and somebody else. But you're not going to be affected by it in a horrible way. You're not going to be affected by it negatively, which means that this is nothing that it's just like really going to affect you like emotionally, that you're going to be really sad because you had a bit of a confrontation with someone. It's just basically about the difference of opinions. So now what is going to be very interesting is, I need you to understand that, you know, there is a lot that is going to be on your mind after this moment in time. A lot is going to be on your mind. For some reason you're going to be thinking a lot about why didn't you do anything about things that you were talking about like quite a lot within the last 11 to 12 months. There were so many ideas you had, so many realizations you had, but you just didn't do anything about it. You didn't make that first step, that first move. So this is initially going to be on your mind, like you see already, without you even realizing what this kind of argument of misunderstanding is going to have, like what an impact on you it's actually going to have. You're not even going to realize. For some reason this is indeed going to be really, really beneficial, because that particular person is actually going to prove your point to you, but they will not even realize this. But the bottom line is that an effect that this is going to have on you, it's going to be wonderful, because there are all sorts of realizations that you are going to have. I should have done this, I should have done that, because that person have just proved their point to you, and this is going to be kind of miraculous, the way this is actually going to unfold, because almost like a day or two after that moment in time, there is going to be something that you're going to come across, something that you're going to see that is going to inspire you so much. This is to do with bright prospects that you are going to realize, that are going to allow you to mix, the past and present, in order to create something new in this life that makes you feel good, that makes you feel optimistic, that makes you feel amazing, that makes you feel alive again. And at the same time, you will know that this is going to bring some very interesting people into your lives that are going to notice you for exactly what you want to be noticed about. And this is going to both reflect on your feelings, on your spirituality, and most importantly on your practicality as well. This is all going to lead towards you having control over a situation that was confusing you for so long. But it's more about you gaining a courage to break some kind of societal norms, rules, to break free from some kind of stale traditions that absolutely don't make sense to you whatsoever. And on top of that, it's going to actually leave you with variety of options that you didn't even know that you had. This in itself, it's all going to lead, my gorgeous Libra, towards you starting up some kind of project. This is what you will decide. You know what? Now it's time to start some kind of a project. This is going to mean to you so much, my gorgeous Libra, I can't even explain. This project that you're going to be thinking about starting, this is going to rejuvenate you to the point where you're not only going to heal yourself by doing this, but this is also going to make and create an absolutely powerful ripple effect on those people who mean to you the most as well. What you're doing right now, it's the best possible thing that you can do in your life for yourself. And that in itself, it's going to make you feel so much more complete. It's going to make you feel so much more happier. And at the same time, without you even realizing, you are teaching those people in your life how to do things when they needed to be done. And most importantly, how to take over your life, how to take control over your life, and how to be the leader in your life. Okay, it's important, because you are doing something really big here indeed. And it's also to do with things that you were on your mind for absolute ages, but you just didn't have enough courage in order to make the necessary step. This new project is going to have so many different bits and pieces mixed up in. It's going to be amazing, because emotionally this is going to be the right thing to do. But then again, when it comes to your life in general, this is something that it's going to bring you so many changes much quicker and much sooner than you can possibly imagine. By the time you get to the mid part of this week, my gorgeous Libra, I want to say this to you, that you are going to have such an important message here, such an important news, such an important message. This message is going to make you feel so happy, because it's to do with you waiting for this for quite a while now. And this message is going to make you feel so happy, because you will know that now you are very soon going to have an opportunity to do something. So this message is all about you, making you aware of the fact that now you are ready. You are ready for something. But you will also know, because now you are ready for something like fully, now you will know that there is an opportunity that it's actually coming. And this opportunity, it's also going to be like so important to you, because at the end of the day, this opportunity, it's going to help you to transform one particular idea into reality. You know how to do this, because it's to do with your skills, but it's also to do with something that you're so confident about. You need to understand that now at this stage of your life, you are prepared for something important here, especially when it comes to you understanding that you've got all the resources that you possibly need in order to manifest your life of your dreams. Now you're starting something big here, Libra. You're starting something big here. You need to understand you're starting something big here. You're gonna feel within you, oh my God, something is happening, something is coming, coming, because you're really psychic. You're almost gonna feel restless at times, how much you're gonna feel like something big is coming. This is part of that big, baby. This is the part of it, because the next 10 months are gonna be ludicrous in the best possible way. Ludicrous in the best possible way, my gorgeous Libra. The next 10 months are gonna be so busy. You're gonna be like so busy, my gorgeous Libra, busy, like amazing. But you're gonna live this, because within the next 10 months your life is going to change completely. Like, I'm not saying that you're unhappy with your life, but there is so much more to do. There is so much more to see. There is so much more to explore. There is so much more to examine. There is so much more to investigate. It's like, oh my God, where have I been all these years? Where have I been all this time? That's exactly how you're gonna feel. And on top of that, you're gonna feel like, oh my God, something big is coming. That's exactly what am I talking about. So you are planting a very important spiritual seed here, my gorgeous Libra. This is what you need to understand, because ultimately this is going to bring you one of the like probably biggest manifestations of your life. So the next 10 months are gonna be like, oh my God. The next 10 months are going to be like, oh my God, my gorgeous Libra, so big, so important. And you also need to pay attention to this. At around this time, there is some kind of journey that is going to be on your mind, some kind of trip. And this could be anything. And you're going to be like, oh God, it's some kind of journey. It's going to be in your mind that is going to pop in and say hello to your mind, like just out of the blue. Whether this is something personal, seeing your parents, seeing your family, seeing your friends, or having a little spiritual retreat, whatever this is. And whenever this journey is meant to happen, it could be like maybe in a year time, it still doesn't matter. It could be in 2 years time, it doesn't matter. You just thought of it now. It's going to be on your mind. Whenever you go to this journey, even if you go in a month's time, if you go in a 7 days time, it doesn't matter. Once you get to your destination, wherever this is, whatever this is, you are going to have a mind-blowing, spiritual, beautiful, gorgeous experience. What are you going to see and what are you going to come across? You will never, ever, ever forget about it. But most importantly, you're going to learn something very specific about yourself. And that in itself, it's really going to bring the missing part of you back into this existence. I cannot even explain this to you, what a spiritual experience you're actually going to have once you go to this particular journey, because something is going to become absolutely obvious and evident to you that you need to do, you must do, you have to do. And first of all, you're going to be surprised, but then again, as the time goes by, you will know that this is like, oh my God, going to bring so much into your life, so much. So this in itself, it's also that beautiful spiritual experience is going to make you aware of the fact that one really particular specific bad phase in your life came to an end and the new phase is about to begin. But it's a lot about what you're going to come across on this journey, all through this journey, that you're going to realize that it's actually going to surprise you, what a strong connection you're actually going to have. This is going to be the time, my gorgeous Libra, when things are going to start becoming so immense for you in the best possible way. Intense, immense, amazing. Okay, so just remember, at around the midweek, sorry, what did I say? No, I'm joking. So at around the midweek, so the next 10 months are going to be just absolutely mind-blowing for you. And in exactly 10 months from now on, oh my God, you are going to be on top of the hill. On top of the hill, and the view from that top of the hill, it's gonna be absolutely gorgeous. It's going to be mind-blowing. With other words, you're going to achieve something so incredible. And don't blame yourself because you didn't do this before, you didn't do this earlier. It doesn't matter. You're getting to this stage of your life on this spiritual journey, so that in itself says it all. Okay? And also, my gorgeous Libra, Libra, by the time you get to the last part of this week, listen to me, there are going to be like, you know, whether you're going to dream about this and then just wake up, but whether you're going to be dreaming about your past, you know, for example, you know, like, because you are going to be reminded of some really unpleasant memories, you know, from the past. And we all have them, you know, like some people have amazing childhood, amazing past, like all happy and all beautiful, but I just do not believe that people don't go through complex situations that make them to learn about life, that makes them face a really specific situations that requires from you to be as authentic as possible in order to respond. And the way you respond, you learn. And if you don't respond in the correct way, the things are going to keep on coming back and bouncing up until you acknowledge specific aspects of your life, of yourself, you know, of your spiritual journey. So this is what life is all about. Life is not meant to be easy. Life is not meant to be gorgeous. And even if people are telling me like, oh yeah, they had everything perfect in their life. No, baby, no. If you had everything perfect, like all perfect, then something is wrong. You know, something is wrong. You're not having an understanding of things the way you should. And I'm not putting down anybody, because people can have absolutely perfect, like a childhood and things like that, perfect past. But you know, it's not as simple as that. It's not as easy as that. Maybe people didn't reflect enough on the certain things they should have reflected on. And this is why things are going to be coming back and popping back until we face them and until we understand this in a specific way. It's like, what am I going to do about my past? Well, it's all about looking at the things from a different angle, understanding things from a completely different point of view. And that click in itself just sends a message to your spirit, to your soul, that your understanding about something very specific changes. And this is the way you do things. You obviously don't go back into your past like, woo, I'm gonna sort you out, darling. No, baby, no. But it's about your own understanding. So when you become aware of this unpleasant memories, you know, in the past, it's all about you kind of revisit that particular part of you, revisit the past in order to heal, because otherwise you are going to feel spiritually stuck. And when you're feeling spiritually stuck, then you kind of avoid self-evaluation at time when you should be self-evaluating yourself. You see, it's like a butterfly effect. One thing is going to affect another thing. One big mama is going to affect another big mama. You see what I mean? Yeah, it's like a chain reaction. Chain reaction. So at a time when you have these unpleasant memories, you know, it's all about you revisiting the past to heal. Otherwise, you're going to feel spiritually stuck, and this is going to kind of affect your power when it comes to avoiding self-evaluation in life. You know, the answers you need are coming, my gorgeous Libra. You know, the end of a very, very tough cycle is about to approach here, okay? And that means that the personal issue is going to reach a resolution at the end of the week. So when you become aware of this like kind of unpleasant memories, when you become aware of like the fact that you need to revisit the past in your mind to kind of heal, you know, when you realize that if you don't do this, you're going to be spiritually stuck, you don't have to worry about it. All you need to do is just acknowledge this, okay? Acknowledge this. It's all about identifying what exactly affected you so much in your past. What exactly, there is something that affected you so much that you like kind of blame yourself, and you're still trying to work out why did that happen. But you must not blame yourself. What happened is the direct result of you being amazing, you being beautiful, you being gorgeous, you being different, you being amazing. You know, weird things happens to amazing people, to amazing souls, to amazing spirits. You know, there's so many people that get bullied, you know, when they're children, for example, and things like that. It affects people for all their lives. It affects people like big time, you know, it's crazy. But then people have to come out of these things and have to see things in a completely different light. So maybe if somebody was bullied, they were bullied because they were amazing, they were gorgeous, they were different. People saw in that person what they kind of saw in themselves. But this person is just projecting this in a very specific and very kind of unusual way. And this is getting on people's nerves. You know, this is just part of the problem that I'm trying to dissect here, just in order to try to make you aware how complex this situation is. So as long as you identify what this is, my gorgeous Libra, you're going to be already one step ahead of the game. if I can say like that, because only a couple of days later, the very important answers that you need are going to come. And these answers that are going to come, it's also going to make you aware of the fact that this is the end of a very tough cycle here. And that in itself means that a very, very personal issue is going to reach a resolution. And couple of days after that, my gorgeous Libra, you are going to have such a meaningful experience at around the end of the week. You're going to have such a meaningful experience, like, oh my God. And that meaningful experience is gonna help you to open up. It will make you think how much you want fun into your life. It's gonna make you feel like how much you're missing out on certain things when it comes to personal things. But on another hand, this is also going to open your eyes towards some kind of skill of yours, towards some kind of beautiful gift that you have. Every single one of us is amazing when it comes to something very specific in our lives. And I hate when people tell me like, oh, I'm not good for anything. There's so many people who tell me like, oh, I'm not good for anything. Yes, you are, baby. Every single one of us is special in our own unique and beautiful way. Whatever this is, regardless what this is. So this beautiful and meaningful experience, it's not only going to feel adventurous, it's going to make you feel alive again, but at the same time it's going to highlight also some kind of skill that you have, some kind of beautiful skill that you have, some kind of beautiful gift that you have. And this in itself, it's also going to make you aware of exactly which steps do you need to take next. And this is when things are going to start becoming interesting for you indeed, because this is all about making an important step, my gorgeous Libra, not only towards your own happiness, but also towards your own independence. Okay, my gorgeous Libra, thank you ever so much for watching my videos. I'm sending you brightest blessings, a lot of love, healing, peace and light to every single one of you. Thank you ever so much for watching my videos. Sasha Bonasin, Psychic Medium. I love you. Bye.